Are you peeking out from like under your hood at this point?
Good question.
It's pretty scary to hear the fight.
Actually, no.
Oh.
No.
Well, you hear a strangled gasp, choke, and unfortunately several seconds of death by poison. One of the snakes has bitten her.
Mm-hmm.
So shall I stop here? I mean, we should have a little more time unless you want to, but you should give me something to do.
I just want to help the lady up out of the bed clothes.
Uh-huh.
Just to finally get a feeling for her.
Aha. Okay. Well, she is hissing and enraged and says, "Assassins now, Phaethon? Assassins from chaos? Have you completely lost your mind? Call off your little," and she uses a bad word, referring to you.
I'm backing off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually
looking?
I'm looking at him, yes.
Mm-hmm. And he's looking shocked and is saying, my lady, this is none of my doing. None. He catches you looking at him, and he's got this look of, oh, shit. He's completely panicked. He's up against a monster, capital M monster, and he knows it.
In leaving myself, I'm quietly saying, "Sir, I think you should leave too."
Okay.
The lady is not in a good mood tonight.
Let's get back to this then in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hello. It so happened that you had been sent upon emerging from your adventure and having talked to Olver. He needs you to do something, which is that this box of materials, not the torture box, but a box of materials that he has no use for, just various semi-valuables from the house or the area that you guys had cleaned. And he said, well, maybe the temple next door has a use for these. Why don't you bring them over and just make a little present?
Okay, sounds great. I like giving presents.
Yeah, evidently, yes. So he says, there's a bucket over there you can clean up a little bit because you are gory and not presentable. So in the meantime, he will be speaking he says, I have words for Alexei. Alexian needs a little bit of instruction. I hope you were a good example for him.
Sure.
We saw that last session.
Yes.
And so that's why you weren't there last session, is because you were doing this nice errand over to the temple, the Center for Universal Munificence, which is a far fancier building than not only yours, but of any other building on this block. It's this one.
The one with the round.
It has the big dome. Yeah. Well, that's it. This isn't the one with my arrows on it, but it's that one. So you're heading over. You would have to go either through here or through the front here. Probably through the front here. And as you are proceeding, a man coming out who is wearing a little uniform that has some sort of official city designation on it. Looks familiar to you. You haven't seen the person before. Robert has, but you haven't. Is going to look at you, and he stops and looks at you and says, "Now you'll see. Now you'll see. Yes, you and that other guy. You'll see what it means." And he nods and is hurrying past. Seems to take this very personally, whatever it is. You're standing with your
crazy
box.
guy. Yeah, I go to the
Okay.
temple.
Oh, through the wonderful doors and the sweat gravel of this path and the little yard and all of the insect gold, well, not solid gold, but just gold decorated, or at least very shiny decorations and symbols on the door, and as I say, they have kind of an insectoid look to them. And sorry, I just love that sigh.
Yeah, there's dead.
And so as you go up through there, the doors are partly open, and inside, in what you might have thought was going to be very, very, very wealthy and very fancy. It's not really. It's actually kind of tasteful. But there is, it's set up not with a stage where everybody looks, but more like a round. They seem to have some sort of group egalitarian practice of some kind, because they have no central or focal stage spot. But in the middle of that stands a young woman, and she's wearing very beautiful but very plain robes. She has a bug ornament on her forehead, held there by a little headband, and is murmuring words that you can't understand. She's concentrating very hard.
I see they're busy. I'd like to join them. Yeah. Do they have a little spot where I can sit?
Oh, I see. Yes. And as a matter of fact, nobody else happens to be there. So there are these places to sit or to stand or whatever, but no, she's all alone. So, but you look around and say, oh, well, people obviously go there, so you can do that.
Yeah, I'll just stand and stare at her for a while.
Do you want to look around at anything else?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't want to creep her out by going to other
Right,
places.
but can look about maybe.
I just want to make sure she knows I'm here.
Ah, okay.
Before I creep around.
That's right. You've startled people before. So has Robert, right? So, mugger. So biker. So I tried to send Yaroslav a picture of a sketch of kind of this brutal-looking guy that I thought was a good picture for Hork, but he said he was too pretty. I'm looking.
It's kind of scarce.
Yeah,
Scarce,
yeah.
It's all right.
So so yes, you were going to indicate,
No. I just walk around.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, you will see that set back from the circle are various slim pillars, and if you walk past them, they look carved in a vaguely humanoid way. So they aren't exactly like statues of people being pillars, but they are stylized in a way that suggests that they are fairly narrow pillars, very arty, going up. If you look up, you will see that the dome has some sort of interesting technology that permits light to come in through the material. It's not glass, or if it's glass, it's really thick or strong glass of some kind, who knows, or maybe it's some other kind of effect. But the decorations on that surface, and it's curved, so this is really, really arty. Somebody got a great optical effect by the fact that the dome is curved and being lit from the outside, way better than your lit, right? And they look up, but in the decoration is a bug. It's a picture of a bug. All that for a bug. And so your movement will, she will stop. Is someone there? Oh.
Yeah. I'm your neighbor.
Neighbor. Well, this is the Center for Universal Munificence, and I am Jukia. I'm the new prefect.
That makes sense. Yeah, I've never seen you before. Okay, all right.
She says, from the...
I'm from the Temple of the Good Little God.
She says, oh, but so, oh, I see. So you've come to accept absorbance.
Sure.
Absorbance into the center.
Into the center, yes, yes. But we do it for the money. We do it for free. It's against the religion.
She says, this is very confusing. I have been informed that is your refusal to pay fees that have made this necessary. We are assuming the debt of your... We are assuming your debt. We are absorbing you. You are to... She catches herself a little bit, remembers that she's not supposed to be 17, and says, you are to obey my commands as prefectress.
See, let me start with that I never killed any bugs with the magnifying glass.
I'm thinking me.
Yeah, I don't want to know about Alexian Dusk in childhood. Let's just put that aside. The wonder years of Alexian Dusk will forever remain a mystery. Okay. So
I'm a good guy. I'm on your side. Like we all the friends here, and it's good to help your neighbors. See, I got you a present. This is for you.
she imperiously points to the floor, like you can put it on the floor.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. But
I don't know what to do. What? Sorry.
I don't bow.
Oh, right. I got it. Right. She says, I don't know what to do with you. You are supposed to be absorbed. You're supposed to be. You have to be absorbed right now. What are you doing here?
Ah, nobody told you? I'm
Neil Mivig told me very, very clearly exactly what was to be done with your little freeloading and the irresponsible activities over there, and he authorized me. She doesn't stamp her foot. She's got more dignity than that. And she swallows hard and says, he authorized me.
Oh, yeah, sure. But let me talk to Neil. He's a great guy. He means no harm. He's a good
He
guy.
said that we could absorb you. And she's directly contradicting your claim of no harm.
Absorptive is a strong word. I prefer cooperation. Merging into one single entity.
Do you even understand?
Let me show you. Let's go to a place. We have a great cooperation. We have a state. We expanded our municipality.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just show you. You know, you have to talk to Over. He's a great guy.
Okay. She's saying, I am very upset. Somebody is not taking the center's dignity seriously here. I'll just have to go over and take a look for myself. Snaps her fingers, and two horrific-looking bugs detach themselves from their little weird hive nest somewhere in the recesses and hover at either side of her. Both of them look at you with clearly non-animal-like attention. Nope. Both of them. They look different. They're the same species, but they look kind of different, like maybe male, female, or something like that. And they're hovering on either side of her. And she walks and she says, "Show me that."
Yeah, sure. I go to the which one? This one.
Yeah. In fact, no, she'll just walk straight through the bushes.
Oh, she's a Greek.
Yeah, she'll just go. She'll basically point at the bushes, and the bugs go bzzzt and part the ways with their wings and their legs, so that the two of you can pass through.
So this is why it's so shiny and nice place. Bugs do all the chores.
Now, what are they going to see when they come out of the stage?
Jukia is her name, and she gestures and said, "See, absorbance." Because there's a 3-meter tall humanoid made of bugs who crushed the door, ruins the door of the little garage, the little shed place entirely. You can hear Over squeaking in there, and you can see that the baboons, of all things, are fighting this thing, and they're striking at it, and their hands go through it, scattering bugs. And then also, as if that's not enough, the sprites have swarmed up out of the broken door, and they're shooting, and it has much more effective. It has very effective against them. It sweeps its arms, and a huge arm catches a whole bunch of the sprites at once, and there's terrible splatters and cries. Those squeaks. You got a bunch of the sprites.